Hey guys, Hello Bella here. I just wanted to give you guys an update as to what I am doing. If you've been following me on my Instagram, you can see that I am doing a lot more Amazon FBA selling books in the month of February. I'm right at 2,700 in sales for February, and I think that has been my main focus for the month, so I haven't been able to do a lot outside of sourcing. So I've been going on trips, like 2-day trips to different surrounding areas that have more books. And I wanted to share a short little story with you guys about how I actually got backroom access to a bookseller slash thrift store owner. I went into her thrift store and I started scanning books like I always do, and she was like, "Are you selling those books?" And I was like, "Yes, I have an Amazon business, and so I buy books and I buy everything that I can make money off of." And she was like, "Oh, well, you know, I've asked people that before and they haven't really been honest with me and they've been kind of weird about it." And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, there's some people who don't want you to know that you're making, that they are making money off of the books. I'm always super transparent with people because I believe that that is the best way to kind of gain their trust." And also after I said that, she was like, "Well, I actually have this whole room of books in the back." And she just starts pulling out like tubs of books that she couldn't fit in the shelves in her store. And she literally let me go through each one by myself. She just gave me a chair and let me scan. And I wound up buying like a whole box of books from her at 50 cents a book. And then when I went to go check out, she says, "You can just have them 3 for $1. And I'm just like, oh, my mind was blown. So she was happy to make the sale, and she said that she wasn't upset that I was making money. She said that she was also a reseller and that she couldn't move the books fast enough in her store, and she didn't want to list all the books individually herself. And we kind of talked about reselling a little bit, and it turned out that she actually bought the books from a bookstore in my area that went out of business, and those people were initially trying to get me to buy their inventory. So the bookstore that went out of business, the whole entire bookstore was selling all the inventory, but it was like way too expensive for me to make any money off of. So I was like, hard pass, I don't want that. Well, apparently they have lowered the price of everything, and she was the one who wound up buying the books, and then I bought books from her. So I wound up with those books after all, just because I was able to talk to her. So I actually asked her a couple of questions, and she told me that she buys pallets of merchandise and that her and her husband have been reselling for about 2 years. So I thought that was really, really interesting, and I've never really had that much of an interaction with resellers locally, except for people who, you know, I talked to at the antique booth that I ran for a little while. I would always talk to people there, but that was more of a local resellers kind of thing. Like, they bought things locally and sold them locally. So it was kind of cool to talk to somebody who did not, you know, have the background of that, but rather had like more of a whole bulk buying and wholesale background. So just to clue you guys in on what I'm doing, I'm going and staying 2 to 3 days in each area, and it cost me about 60 bucks a night, and of course food and gas and stuff. But even after all of that, I'm still profiting about $300 to $400 a day, depending on what I buy and how much money I spend. There are a lot of Goodwills around here. This is a part of Tennessee, and there are also a lot of like just random mom and pop thrift stores. So I've been hitting those, as well as libraries. So today I'm gonna start out at McKay's and see what I can find there, and I may check out some other libraries. But overall, I think it's been going pretty well. I did get Scout IQ, and I got, oh, what is the other one? Inventory Labs, as per the recommendation of a lot of people. And I also bought myself one of those Dymo printers that does the labels really fast. So I've gotten much faster at listing, and I think that my big goal right now is to get 1,000 items in stock. I have around 849 right now, I think. So that number fluctuates, but all of my shipments should hit the warehouse pretty soon, so I should be pretty close to my goal. And I'm just kind of excited about this. I want to see how it goes. I haven't been doing FBA for a while now. FBA requires a lot of work and a lot of capital up front, and I want to be honest with you guys, the book business has really changed in the last couple of years. It's gotten really competitive. There are a lot more people who have warehouses now. There are a lot more people who have scanners going out for them every single day. So if you're just a single person, it can be very difficult to actually like make a living doing this. So far this month, I'll go over my profit with you for February, but so far I've basically been putting all of my money back into the business, so I can't really tell you how much money. I can tell you how much profit I'm making on my sales, but honestly, like, I haven't been able to pocket any of this money because I'm just buying more inventory, trying to get bigger and bigger payouts and bigger sales. So I would say if you have money to invest, this could be something good. But if you don't have a lot of money, it's kind of difficult. You could probably just do like, you could not have all the tools and be a lot slower, but probably make more profit. But honestly, I think right now I'm paying like, I don't know, almost $100 a month in like software, because between Scout IQ and Inventory Labs and some other little things that I use, it's around at least $100 a month just to be up and running, and that's $1,200 a year. So you know what a lot of the bigger people don't understand is for people who are just getting started, that's still a lot of money. So I wanted to share with you guys what I am doing and that little story about the lady's thrift store. And she actually wound up telling me about another thrift store that I went to. So I actually found another source that I didn't even know existed, which it turned out to be pretty crappy for books. But I think I walked away with like 12 books and it was like 10 cents a book. So it was stupid cheap, but the thrift store was really like just kind of gross and poorly run. And you could tell that it wasn't going that well for them in there. The employees look really disgruntled, but at the same time, sometimes the crappiest thrift stores are the best place to find books because other people haven't made it in there and picked everything out yet. Oh, also, I got a ticket on the way to the thrift store. So this sourcing trip will be even more expensive because I thought that the speed limit was 55, but apparently I was in a school zone, so it was actually 35. So my ticket says that I was going 20 miles over the speed limit. So that's an extra cost added in there. But anyways, I just wanted to give you guys an update. I am gonna do this whole sourcing thing today and try to take it moment by moment. I feel like I'm in a pretty good headspace. I have been up and down as always, but overall I feel like I'm doing pretty good. And of course, like anytime you're doing like well in your business, I feel like the rest of your life also goes well. I don't know why that is, but anytime my business is doing crappy, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm worthless. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't need to equate like business success to personal success. But at the same time, I think if you keep working on something this much, there's no way that you're not gonna succeed if you are using the right tools and strategies. So yeah, comment down below if you are also running an FBA business. I would really love to hear what you sell, if you do retail arbitrage, or if you do books or CDs, DVDs, games, things of that nature. I sell a lot of media, but for the most part, I stick with books because the ROI is the highest and they seem to be the most plentiful thing that I'm able to find, but also sell a little bit of grocery here and there. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update. Hope you're all having a great end of your February, and I will get back to you with some more updates after February is over to tell you how sales went. Thanks so much for watching.